Tom MacDonald. Tom MacDonald. Say what you want about him. Say what you want about his music, but fact of the matter is he does not bite his tongue. He says what he wants without fear of negative backlash in any of his songs. So it's really one of the reasons why I listen to him, because he's not going to censor himself. He's going to say what's in his mind without fear of any backlash. So this is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to see what he's got to say on this subject, coronavirus. So let's just get into this. Link to this will be down in the description box. Let's go.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stocked.
Ooh, that's so true. And you know what? I'm not just talking about a shelf. The whole entire aisle, the whole soda aisle was completely empty the other day when I was at the store. It blew my mind. And I'm thinking, people got their priorities all mixed up. And then after I said that, I went and stocked up on my Gold Peak. So who am I? Who am I to judge? Where are my priorities at? Let's go.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness that's scary, it's all the people who wildin'. The government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens. You know it's for real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you, so now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God we can't rely on the science. And everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands, this will pass. It's a bug, stay inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town.
Now, obviously, I hope it don't get to that, to where people start looting and shit just to eat or whatever. But the 2-week thing that they got us on, at least in my job, we're supposed to be off for 2 weeks. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be longer than that. It's going to be longer than 2 weeks. I don't think that's enough time for this to start dying down a little bit. So I agree 100%. It's going to be longer than 2 weeks. But hopefully it don't get to the point where people just start looting and going crazy and wilding out and, you know, all that crazy stuff that you see on TV and movies. You know what I mean? Hopefully it don't get there. Let's go.
The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands, this will pass. It's a bug, stay inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's a war now, they'll always remember. When locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's a ghost town. This a pandemic. But we don't listen to the news cause they lied to us for years. So how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune. So we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse.
Yeah, I kind of figured the young people situation was going to come up. And I'm going to be honest, I've always been a guy who has lived his life like it's his last. I've always, especially when I was younger, I've always lived that way. So who am I to tell people how to live their life? But there's got to be a line that you draw. And that line has to be when you start affecting other people. When you start putting other people at risk for the stuff that, for the choices you're making, that has to be the line that you're drawing right there. And also I feel like it's not just an immune thing. They think they can't get it. A lot of people don't think, especially the younger people, they don't think it's as real. They think it's blown out of proportion. This is stuff you only see in the movies. You know what I mean? A lot of people probably think they never would see something like this in their lifetime. So they think it's blown out of proportion. They can't get it. So this is going to do them. But at the same time, by you doing you, you're risking other people. I'm completely staying away from my family right now for the most part. My daughter, can't go around her. She's a diabetic, so I can't, just in case, I'm staying away from her. My sister's whole family was just in Florida. I'm staying away from them just in case. My dad's all kind of all medicated up. His immune system shot. I'm staying away from him just in case. When you start putting other people at risk for your choices, that's that line you got to draw. I'm just saying, let's go.
But we don't listen to the news because they lied to us for years, so how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They go quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure, but the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go in hell.
Yeah.
It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's all ghost town.
Hey man, just about everything he said in there, I pretty much agree with. I mean, I'm not surprised about his stance on the government, them lying to us and all that, but that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the other people, the youth, treating this how they're treating it, like they can't get it, but at the same time, you're putting other people at risk by thinking that way. People hoarding stuff that really, spread the wealth, man. Hopefully this doesn't go on too long. Hopefully it's only a couple weeks, but I doubt it. I doubt it's going to go long. Well, not that. I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's going to go longer than that, so we'll see. Link to this will be down in the description box, man. I'm out.